I'm Goose and welcome to Scoop. This week we get our first look at Mario Kart in VR, Star Wars in AR, a new console from Atari, plus we launch a new segment, Scoop Mailbag, in which I answer all your questions, this week about Jon Bon Jovi. I'm not even kidding. It's a serious subject and we need to talk about it. But before all of that, it's news time. And first up, a new virtual reality arcade has opened in Tokyo, Japan, and among its many attractions is the official Mario Kart virtual reality experience. Yes, VR's own Shinjuku's star attraction is Mario Kart Arcade GP VR, or as I like to call it, MKA GP VR. It will let you peg bananas at Wario and bop Mario with a hammer as if you were right there racing through the Mushroom Kingdom. We should do the next scoop from Japan. No? Fair enough. Well, who needs Japan when you can now take a trip to a galaxy far, far away from the comfort of your own home? Star Wars Jedi Challenges will let gamers experience a series of augmented reality Star Wars experiences, such as holochess and lightsaber combat, using a special headset. It will apparently require a smartphone as well, and appears to come with a rather fancy-looking lightsaber controller. No release date was given other than coming soon. Let's just hope it turns out better than Kinect Star Wars. No, Mr. Editor, change! And finally, Atari has released some of the wraps off its upcoming Atari Box console. The design has a sort of futuristic retro vibe and will come in two flavors with black and red and a faux wood panel version. While Atari didn't reveal the details of what's inside the box, they did say it will play both classic and current gaming content, meaning it will likely be competitive with current console hardware such as the Xbox One and PS4. Interesting move, Atari. What do you guys think? Does an Atari box sound appealing to you? Should more consoles come with wood cladding? Well, you can write into the Scoop mailbag and let us know. In fact, we're gonna dive into the mailbag right now. Cue fancy titles. Fancy transition and background. I like it. All right, let's dive into the mailbag and see what you've been sending in. And first up, we have this one from Gabriel, the king of Minecraft. In Pocket Edition Minecraft, why is it almost impossible to the end? If you don't answer, you will be destroyed by the Ender Dragon. Haha, Gabriel, your threats of dragon elimination don't scare me at all, but I will answer your question. Yes, getting to the end can be tricky, but it is not impossible, especially since they added the end to the Pocket Edition of Minecraft late last year. But when you think about it, do you really want an ending, Gabriel? I mean, think about it this way. You've got the Minecraft Pocket Edition. It's the travel edition. You're taking it on a long car trip, a plane ride, when all of a sudden, all those hundreds of hours come to a finale and you reach the end. What do you do then? You've got the whole trip and nothing else to do. Well, I mean, you could boot up the creative mode or start another survival mode, or just answer another question. Good segue, Goose. And this one's from Bon Jovi. Wait, what? What's your favorite song, Bon Jovi or Taylor Swift /? Well, I've never heard of /, but Living on a Prayer is my #1 pick every time I go to karaoke. Whoa, it's time for the next question. Whoa, it's from Michaela. Nailed it. Hi Spawn Point, I would like to know some of the other girl games for 2DS. Goose, you are awesome. How big should a city be on Minecraft? Well, Michaela, Barjo and Rad actually answered a similar question on Scoop a while back for a Spawnling who wanted to know any good girl games. And the answer they came up with is that good games are for everyone, not just boys or girls. But if you're looking for a cool 2DS game with a great female main character, then the next game in the Professor Layton series is going to star his daughter, Catriel Layton, who looks like a tough, smart and fun heroine out to solve the case and save the day.
No, I specifically requested Professor Layton.
People are still demanding my father's services. I will solve this case in my father's stead.
I'm actually really excited to see what her and her puppy pal are gonna get up to. As for how big a Minecraft city should be, it's approximately that big. But remember, that's not to scale. Moving on, and our next question is from Al Hytham. Hello GGSP, I have a question for you. Have you ever reviewed the game Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 2, and will you ever do it? Please answer. We have, we did, and we scored a double 4s, and I actually played a heap of it. I'd say my favorite edition was the huge hub zone that included a ton of solo missions and side quests. Plus, you can't go wrong with characters that wacky. I might even go so far as to say it rivals Splatoon as my favorite shooter, but I won't. Moving on, next question is from Katrina, the Queen of Cats. Hey GGSP, how was Darren born? Good question, Katrina. I mean, traditionally robots aren't born, they're assembled. But then again, Darren does have a mum bot and a dad bot, so maybe they assembled him. But then that begs the question, who assembled them? And how far back does it go? I mean, does it lead to some kind of robotic babushka doll situation? Or did they evolve from some kind of single-cell, self-assembling microchip? It boggles the mind. I mean, I could ask Darren himself, but last time I inquired about his family lineage, I'm pretty sure I fell asleep. So I'm not going to do that, but what I will do is answer another question. And this one's from Theong G Gamer, who asks, will Minecraft Story Mode have a Season 2? Yes, it will, and it does, because Episode 1 of Season 2 is already out.
What is this thing?
Technically, you could be playing it, but don't. Please stay here and let me answer just one more question. Thank you. And it's from Aiden, who asks, for ARMS, do you need 2 controllers each? Well, that depends, Aiden. If you're planning on playing the 2-player with motion controls, then yes, you will need 2 sets of Joy-Con controllers held with the thumbs facing forward grip. But if you only have 1 set of Joy-Cons, the good news is you can still play 2-player by each holding a separate Joy-Con and holding it sideways to use the thumbsticks and buttons. Of course, if you're planning on playing solo, then I would recommend the Joy-Con grip for maximum movement and punchy goodness. Gotta say, while I wasn't the biggest fan of the game in our review, I have to give it credit for having so many different controller layouts, something I would definitely like to see in more Switch games going forward. Well, thank you to everyone for sending in your questions. That's all the mail in the mailbag for this week. Release the envelopes! Thank you to everyone for writing in. We'd really like to make this a regular segment, something where we can answer more quickfire left-of-field questions, or just whatever's on your mind. So if you have a question, an opinion, a theory, or just something you'd like us to read out, heck, doesn't even have to be about video games, then send us an email to spawnpoint@your.abc.net.au with the subject line, Scoop Mailbag. I'll then go through all of them, pick a couple at random, and read them in the next mailbag. Well, that's the scoop for this week, but don't forget to check back tomorrow for our first review of Dungeon Defenders 2. Until then, Goose out. Oh, good Bon Jovi power chord. If only I was this good at real guitar.